As of May 24th, the Armenian Defense Ministry has reported that the situation on the eastern border regions of Armenia is relatively calm. The Defense Ministry reported on May 22nd that part of the group of Azerbaijani servicemen that had entered Armenian territory had returned to their original positions. The ministry is maintaining that the Armenian armed forces are in control of the situation, and that media reports that more than 1,000 Azerbaijani soldiers are near Lake Sev do not correspond to reality. And former Armenian President Levon Petrossian has penned a new article. In the article, Petrossian criticizes the opposition's approach, which is portraying Prime Minister Nikol Pashinyan as the only individual responsible for the defeat in the Second Karabakh War. Pashinyan is exactly what they created, their creature, wrote Petrossian, adding that since 1997, all parties in Armenia, with the exception of the Armenian National Congress Party, have rejected the most favorable opportunity for a compromise solution, instead adopting a destructive course of maintaining the status quo and rejecting compromises. Petrossian furthermore mentioned that in the 90s, Vazgen Sargsyan and Karen Demirjan could have returned the Karabakh peace process to a realistic level. However, the parliament assassinations of October 27, 1999, put an end to what Petrossian called an encouraging development. Mohammad Eslami, the Minister of Roads and Urban Development of Iran, stated to Iran's Mehr news agency that Iran wants to utilize the Armenian section of the North-South corridor. Eslami stated this at the airport just before boarding a flight to Yerevan, adding that the North-South corridor will be one of the main issues on the agenda during his visit to Armenia. The North-South corridor is a planned trade corridor which will run from Iran through Armenia and onwards to Georgia's Black Sea ports. Concerns have been raised regarding the implementation of the project, partly due to the current border incursions by Azerbaijani forces in the southern Armenian region of Syunik, which is the only region which borders Iran, as well as regarding talks about the Mehri corridor, which is a proposed transport corridor running from the Azerbaijani exclave of Nakhichevan to Azerbaijani-controlled Karabakh. If the Mehri corridor is implemented, it will most likely run along the Armenia-Iran border, and thus spell uncertainty for Armenia's north-south corridor. In other news, Iranian Foreign Minister Mohammad Javad Zarif is set to travel to both Armenia and Azerbaijan for talks. And finally, Armenian Foreign Minister Ara Ayvazian has held a meeting with the ambassadors of the OSCE Minsk Group Co-Chair countries, Sergei Kopyrkin of Russia, Jonathan Lacotte of France, and Lynn Tracy from the United States. They discussed the broad context of the Nagorno-Karabakh conflict, as well as regional security and peace issues. Views were furthermore exchanged on steps that can be taken regarding the current incursions going on in Armenia's border regions by Azerbaijani forces.